Remove the door lining, then pull the door shut and fully lock it. Make sure it's closed all the way. Push this snipper knob down to the lock position. Now this cable gets stretch in it. Mine's pretty good. That's where it come off. What happens with it gets stretch in it, this doesn't go back far enough. That causes this not to go back far enough. If this doesn't go back far enough, the snipper knob won't work and the door won't lock properly. So what you've got to do is lock it all up, take this off, sit it on here and measure up. On Sass's, her eye was actually sitting here. So I just worked out the difference between here and here, cut it off the end of the cable, got a new eye fitted. That's the only thing that I can see after hours spent bloody mucking around trying to get the bloody thing to lock that was causing it not to lock. This cable is sort of a high tensile steel bar, for want of another word. It's just a length of high tensile steel rod, and undoubtedly over the years it gets stretch in it. So that's what I suggest everyone looks at. If their door's not snipper knobbing or not locking properly, that will be, I think, 90% of the time the trouble. Nothing wrong with this mechanism. This mechanism works great. Just that cable does stretch, and that will give you the problem. If you lock the door up and take the cable off, and this has got to be all the way back. If that's not all the way back, nothing's going to lock. That's just not going to work. This has got to be right back against this edge. See, there's a little bit of movement there. It's got to be right back as far as it'll go. Then if your eye sits on top, you can see mine sitting just a little bit proud of it. It's a little bit forward, but it's not enough to affect it. But when it's an inch forward, like up to here, that's what affects it. Anything over the length of that spigot will hold it and not let it lock. I don't know if I can do it with this one. Just give me a minute. No, it's not going to work. But that has got to be hard up against that bit of steel. If it's not hard up against there, it won't lock. End of story. That's how well made this lock was. It was, considering the time was made in 1967, 68 onwards, it's a bloody marvellous job the way it works. So that's all I can suggest. If it does work and helps you out, please let me know.